This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. I'm here at Denver Chiropractic LLC. Since 2009, they have been offering the best in chiropractic care, helping you with pain management. I'm here with Dr. Trent Artichoker. Thanks again for joining us here. Let's start off, first of all, a little bit about yourself for our viewers. Share with me a little bit. You're pretty much a Colorado native. You got your college education here. How did you get involved in this type of industry?
Yeah, it's a bit of a story, but I struggled with severe headaches. I had really bad headaches to where it completely incapacitated me. I had to be in the dark, I had to be in the quiet, and it was just really horrendous. And the reason for that, though, was I had a leg that was shorter than the other leg, and it was 2 inches shorter. And so I actually went through a process where an orthopedist surgically lengthened the leg, and I had to do a bunch of PT. I had to learn to walk again, but that balanced out my spine, and that balance and restoring some of the symmetry and the alignment of the spine took the pressure off the neck. And that just made me realize how important that alignment and good posture is to the spine so it can work like it's made to work.
And you absolutely were a believer from that point on. It affected you personally, obviously your journey, back pain, neck pain, disc pain. I mean, quite often, these are symptoms that as Americans, we have to admit, we deal with on almost a daily basis sometimes, yet many of us were never in an auto accident. We were never injured. I mean, are we talking about daily stresses every day that are starting to take their toll on us?
Absolutely. The amount of computer use that we do is astronomical. The spine is not made to be in one place and not move, and especially on a regular basis, day in, day out. And then when you start compounding years, decades, that tension accumulates within the spine. It will prematurely wear out the spine. If a person gets adjusted, it helps release the pressure that's built up on the spine. It releases the tension on the muscles that attach to the spine. And the alignment also helps decrease some of the pressure on the nerves, which will create that numbness, tingling, burning sensation. But yeah, that day in, day out, repetitive postural stress will cause severe injury. But it's an injury that adds up on a day-to-day basis. And so people will start to notice that they have a lot of soreness, a lot of achiness, and it can translate into headaches or jaw pain. And at one point, the body gets overwhelmed, and you start to get more pain and more pain. You wake up with stiff necks, stiff backs, or you throw your back out when you bend over and pick something up simple. And so yeah, the little tiny movements can really have a big effect on the spine. And so sitting in one place it's a slow injury that occurs. And at one point, it's just too much for the person, and they need some sort of...
Eventually, the body says enough is enough, and it's been too long. What about folks that have been in an auto accident, maybe a sports injury, even work-related injuries anymore? What can they expect from chiropractic care? What is the process that you take them through?
Yeah, we do a thorough consult, and so we look at their past health history, see if there's any red flags of any serious disease or pathological processes that might be occurring. And certainly we'll talk about any sort of acute injury process that occurred. So a thorough consult is definitely important, and we take the time to do that as well. It's not rush you in, rush you out. And after the consult, we'll do a very thorough exam where we do common neurological tests that a neurologist would do. Same thing with orthopedic testing. And then biomechanical testing. We'll see how the patient moves and assess the joints and get our hands on the muscles as well to see if there's any tension, excessive tension, or trigger points. And after the consult exam, we'll discuss with the patient what I think is happening with them and come together with a treatment plan, what we think is best for them.
Excellent. I mean, let's take a look here. We're talking about folks that experience back pain or they're in pain, injury or not. You've got other folks that have been in an accident. What about someone, they have no pain, never been in an accident, and quite honestly, they want to keep it that way. They want to maintain their optimal health and obviously as they get older.
Yeah, there's a lot of smart people out there, and they want to take care of their bodies, especially in Colorado. And a lot of people find that if they get adjusted on a regular basis, not too often, once a month, every other month, something like that, it takes pressure off the spine, it gets the tension out of the muscles, and it makes them work better, especially if they have a sit-down type job where they're doing 40 to 60 hours a week staring at a computer. It's very hard. And sometimes even if they work out after their job, and they're cyclist or in CrossFit or whatever, sometimes that's not enough to counteract and dissipate the stress that accumulates from sitting at a desk all day. And so getting adjusted on a regular basis, and we also help them out with some postural exercises, healthy supplements that keeps their joints healthy. We can do a lot for a person that wants to improve their health.
Excellent. I mean, quite honestly, growing up, I felt invincible. We're young, nothing can break us, yet we're out there doing sports, playing on a playground. Are some of those small injuries that you don't even notice back then, can they somehow arise later on and cause some havoc?
Absolutely, and especially the rear end type accident, where people get rear-ended. They might have a little bit of discomfort, but that type of injury will slowly manifest into a more serious, significant problem. Same thing as a kid. On the monkey bars, you fall off, land on your head. You can injure a joint, and at one point that will catch up with the person later in life. And so making sure that postural stresses are as minimal as possible, and that the spinal hygiene is best as possible, along with important exercises and important supplements and foods, you can really minimize some of that accumulated stress that can occur from a long-term accident.
Interesting. The obvious thing is back pain or lower back pain. People turn to a chiropractor, but many times there's no symptoms, yet you're losing range of motion, or like you said, personally for yourself, different height in your legs. These are things that probably can be reversed pretty easily if they're caught early enough.
Yeah, absolutely. It usually starts with stiffness. You start to get a little stiff, you start to lose some range of motion. You notice that when you do a shoulder check when you're driving, that you just don't have that range of motion. And so that's a process that slowly occurs due to postural stress. And what's happening is the muscles start to change, they start to get a little bit more fibrotic, and in conjunction with some tightness of the ligaments of the spine, and that prevents your normal range of motion. So getting some really highly specialized work like active release technique, it's a great way to keep the muscles and the joints in a good state of health.
Excellent. I mean, quite honestly, you have an arsenal under one roof here of therapies that you guys can provide here. And we're talking about cold laser, dry needling, active release, Graston, electrotherapy. What are some of these things that people maybe not be aware of and possibly could benefit from?
Yeah, thanks for asking, Gary. That's what differentiates us as a chiropractic clinic, is that we do have a lot of different therapies. Dry needling is great to get trigger points to relax, to facilitate muscles to turn them on and off. Active release technique gets tension out of muscles. It also gets rid of nerve entrapments. When people come in, they have numb arms, numb hands. This helps release the nerve so things can work like they're supposed to. Flexion distraction, cold laser therapy, they all have their place. And of course, getting the spine adjusted can make a significant impact as well. But having a lot of different tools to treat a lot of different types of people with a lot of different types of conditions is what's necessary to help people the best that we can.
Absolutely. You're able to find a solution for a wide group of people out there, give them a very customized approach on what you can do for them. I mean, one of the things that people wonder out there is this a non-invasive type of therapy? I mean, will this hurt? A lot of folks want to know this. What would you tell them?
Yeah, overall, it's not too bad, because sometimes people come in here and they're in excruciating pain. Okay. So a lot of times they're just like, do whatever you need to do. And just like a massage, everyone knows that a massage can be kind of painful, but it's that good pain. Right. You know that it's making a difference, and it might be a little uncomfortable. But overall, I would say adjustments are non-painful, and they make people feel good. A lot of times when a person has never had this type of treatment, they get off the table and they're like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. I'm glad I've done this. And then they start recommending friends and family, and they continue as a patient until they get relief. And then, you know, we try to teach them about maintenance care so they can continue to have good spinal hygiene to help minimize any sort of premature degeneration that can happen with the spine.
So John Cougar was right when he said, make it hurt so good. I mean, really, that's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me ask you this. I mean, obviously, more than just yourself, but you really have a team here that works together to make sure that the proper diagnosis is taking place, and then you can put together a customized approach. And we're talking about even massage and acupuncture. How can those go hand in hand with chiropractic?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, we have an arsenal here. We have massage. We have two great massage therapists. We have an acupuncturist. She's like a miracle worker, and I have two associates too, Dr. Downing and Dr. Shoup, and they're both fantastic. And anyone that comes in here, sometimes they bounce in between us and get treatments from any one of the different providers here, and that's what allows us some flexibility with the different types of treatments, because Dr. Shoup, he's a specialist in active release technique, and he does a phenomenal job with that. He's got some great hands, and he's cured some stuff that that looks like a horrible condition, but give it some time and he can fix it.
I specialize in soft tissue treatment as well as adjusting the spine. Here at Denver Chiropractic, we focus on motor vehicle accidents a lot, so I have a lot of experience treating people involved in motor vehicle accidents, whiplash, concussions, all sorts of sprains and strains. I also have a passion for athletes, and I like working with soft tissue injuries. I've done active release technique, the Grasson technique, and I've spent a lot of time working with higher end athletes, and we have great results. We do a lot of different modalities that other chiropractors usually don't do, but we try to focus on, treating, a lot of shoulder, knee, ankle injuries that most people don't know that chiropractors treat. And so, yeah, it's...
Dr. Downing, she does great with pregnancy and perinatal care for the expectant mother. We found that regular maintenance or regular treatments during the pregnancy will help ease the delivery. And the shift in the weight with the growing baby, that puts an excessive arch in the back, and which puts a lot of tension on the spine and the pelvis. And so she does a fantastic job of making expectant mothers more comfortable.
I feel so blessed that I get to work with pregnant patients. One of my specialties is prenatal work, and it has just been the most rewarding thing that I really have ever done. And I'm grateful that I've gotten to go through these women's pregnancies and then meet their very, very special bundles afterwards.
Wonderful. I mean, does pregnancy really, I would imagine a new life being created in your body probably puts some serious demands on your entire structure. Is that correct?
It absolutely does. One of the biggest components is that there's a hormone released called relaxin, and it acts on the joints, not just in the pelvis, but throughout the body. But it's to prep the pelvis to be able to expand for birth so that the baby can come out through the pelvic outlet. And in that process, women get a lot of joint pain, and they have a shifting center of gravity that's pulling them down and forward, and that causes a lot of different issues that they haven't had to deal with before, despite being active or not active or having pre-existing pain or not. So how chiropractic can help is with realignment of those structures, and also teaching them how to hold things in place since the ligaments aren't doing their job, by training them with special muscle exercises.
Important time for a lady there, very critical time. One of the things I love about chiropractic is that it really gives you an opportunity to take a proactive approach on your health. I mean, like you said, we work out, we try to eat well, and yet this is one more strategy that we need to put together to complete that picture.
Absolutely. We even do nutritional consultations. We do specialized blood work to figure out if there are foods or environmental sensitivities that are affecting the person. We not only attack it from what people eat, but how they exercise, the way they sit at their desk, and also the way they take care of their spine. And
You're talking about the big picture of your health. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. First of all, on the website, you can take a look at the team. We're talking about decades of experience here to provide for you. Great pain management, if that's what you're experiencing. But if you're not and you want to keep it that way, you definitely want to come in and make sure you maintain your health in this way also. You can check out there, and if you're a new patient, you can fill out the forms right there. But come on in. Consultation really is free. If you're not sure if this is something that can help you, they're here to answer some questions for you, walk you through the process as slow as need be. And we're talking about years of experience under one roof. He's quite an arsenal. I mean, it is probably very rewarding knowing that you're kind of giving back to society something that you were given, which is relief.
yeah, absolutely. We want to be part of the community. We're not out to make a quick buck. We want to help people so their lives can be better, so the quality is improved, so they can play with their grandchildren, so they can go to their job and not be in discomfort and agony. I truly believe that a healthier person is a happier person.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this. For folks that go to chiropractic and maybe they're not injured, but they want the proactive approach, and let's say they're out of town, and do you take walk-ins for these type of things, or is it best to go to your actual chiropractor?
Yeah, we do accept walk-ins. Traditionally, people schedule appointments. We do get quite busy around here, but yeah, we get a lot of people that come in and ask if we have availabilities. And that's a good thing about having three of us chiropractors here, is that we do have a little bit more flexibility. We have a large facility, and it's a state-of-the-art facility, and that allows us to have a walk-in patient from time to time.
Excellent. Last time, viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see their contact information. You can also Google them out there on the World Wide Web. We're talking about 5-star reviews on Yelp as well as Google. This is a company that basically wants to be part of the community, really in helping folks out there that are needing pain relief, pain management, or just looking for optimal health. This is the place to be. Denver Chiropractic, LLC. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Castle Rock, Colorado. I'm here at Tiger Lily 2, brand new for 2015, a full-service salon where your hair is our passion. I'm here with the master artist, stylist, owner. Charlene, thanks so much for joining us here today, a little bit of everything. You began here in this salon. This is your newest salon you've worked at, but quite honestly, we're talking about 24-plus years. You have been involved in this industry, all the way from New Mexico to Colorado. You have worked in some of the best salons here in Colorado. Share with me a little bit how this passion began for you.
Oh gosh, it started when I was about 7. I decided that I wanted to be a beautician, and it's been truly my passion ever since. It's my hobby.
Let me ask you this. I mean, quite honestly, regardless of our gender, male, female, young or old, our hairstyle does say a lot about us. I mean, really, there's not too many things can affect our image like that, wouldn't you say?
Yes, sir, I definitely agree with that.
Those are the folks that come in here. You're able to help them. Obviously, fashions change, styles change, but a successful hair artist is somebody who can keep you looking your best throughout the years. Is that what the goal is here?
Yes, sir, it absolutely is.
It's what you've done for many years, is that
Many
right?
years.
Your specialty, let's talk about some of the specialties here. One of your specialties is that of color. Obviously, that's something always is pretty popular. Share with me some of the product line you're able to use for color as well as the technique that you employ here.
Okay, I use Goldwell Color here. It is exclusive Goldwell. It is an exclusive Goldwell salon here in Castle Rock. We are the only ones that use it here in Castle Rock. It's my all-time favorite. I've used it for about 12, 15 years, something like that, yeah.
Excellent. Obviously, they keep improving on the product line, which is a great thing. So we're talking about full color, highlights, color touch-ups in between. You guys pretty much take care of all that.
Yes, sir, we do.
Share with me a little bit about the facility you put together here. We're talking brand new. Was it important for you to create a place, an environment where people felt comfortable?
Very comfortable, and I wanted to create a very comfortable Zen place for people to come. I just don't want anything over the top. I've been doing this a long time, and so I just like a calmer atmosphere. And that's
Calmer
why.
atmosphere, and like you say, you probably have experienced quite a few different ones in the past, so you kind of brought everything together of what you liked. This is a full-service salon. The entire family is able to come here and get service. We're talking about men, women, even children. Is that right?
Absolutely, sir, yes.
Haircuts across the board for everybody, or even color for the men. Is that a possibility?
Oh, absolutely, yes. We do color for men. I'm also exclusive in Castle Rock doing hair extensions with great lengths.
I was going to say that. I mean, quite honestly, you're an artist. I mean, somebody can walk in as a blonde and walk out a brunette, but they can also walk in with short hair and walk out with long hair. That's got to be kind of a fun thing for you to do. How did you get involved in the hair extension part of it?
About 7 years ago, it was just introduced to me, and I decided that I wanted to go with the Rolls Royce of hair extensions if I was going to do it, and that's what I chose, was great lengths.
One of the things out there, I mean, obviously you have to find somebody who's trained how to put the extensions in, but also the actual hair extensions themselves are very important. Why did you decide to go with the line that you did?
It is a natural hairline. I get my hair from India. And it's a big ritual that they do, that they, cut their hair when they're young. And so it's all 100% natural. It's just, I'm passionate about it.
Passionate about it, it's worked for you, and you love the results of it, and obviously the folks enjoy it as well. I see folks out there who sometimes want to put a pop of color in with their extensions. Is that a possibility here?
Yes, sir, it is. I have several colors of pop extensions. Yes, sir.
Excellent.
From blue to green to pink to you name it, I've got it.
All the colors involved. Maintaining a great look that you get done in a professional salon really is an investment in our image. Share with me a little bit of the product line that folks are able to take home with them and maintain that.
Okay. I do have Goldwell here due to the fact that I carry Goldwell color. I also have Joico. I'm carrying a Quaj, which, again, the only salon in Castle Rock that's carrying a Quaj right now. I try to bring in a lot of different types of products so that I'm not just generally catering to one person. I like to be able to make sure that everybody's taken care of.
Wonderful. Like I say, I see Biolage, I see Joico, I see Nioxin. I mean, these are product lines that have been successful for years and years, and yet they continue improving. Is it important making sure that you're putting a bottle in the right hands of folks so they can upkeep their hair as well?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
One of the things, I've seen jewelry on fingers, on wrists, on ankles, but quite honestly, jewelry in the hair, that is something that is it starting to get a little popular?
It is starting to get popular. With Great Lengths, one of the services that I'm able to offer is I also do Schwarzkopf strands. So weddings, proms, stuff like that. It's just an extra additive to a great product. Simply.
You've got hair products here. You've got basically extensions, color. I also see that you have some supplement services like that of manicures as well as pedicures or even that of waxing. Is that something that you provide as well?
Yes, sir. I do. We do manicures and pedicures. We do not do acrylics, just for the aroma. And then I do facial waxing also. I do not do full body waxing, but I do facial waxing also. So full hair.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. You've specialized in some real areas that have been important to you throughout the years. Like I say, you've worked in many salons throughout the years. Yeah, you learned quite a bit. It's kind of weird to realize you've come from New Mexico all the way to Colorado. It's weird to hear that, I imagine. This to you is not a job. It is your passion. This is your hobby. This is something you would probably do regardless of the business.
Yes, it's fun to get up every morning and realize that it's a new adventure every day. You could have a client for 10 years, and that one day they come in and you have no idea what you're going to do to them. So yes, it is. It's always exciting.
A true artist. Viewers, last time, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see her website. First of all, the contact information is right there. Give them a call. Basically, somebody will be answering that phone that can answer some questions for you. If you're not sure of extensions, come on in for a free consultation. She'll sit down with you, decide if you're a great candidate for that type of service. You can also see the full product line she has here. This is a professional salon where basically where your hair is our passion, and that's what's gotten here after 24 plus years.
Yes, sir, it has.
This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know. We hope we've enticed you to try something new this week. Until next time, if you know of a business who you feel the whole city should know about, nominate them, we'll send a reporter out. This is Gary Atencio from CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.